Well, this time I'm actually sharing my screen, so maybe this will work. This is round 2 of the Hare Link activity. This time, the rules are very similar to round 1, except there'll be one little twist, and we'll go over it in a minute here. So there's our Link, and there's our Hare. So rules, how to play the game. The blue pieces represent the Hare. There they are. The yellow pieces represent the Link. There they are. Link only have one food source, the Hare. So the Hare are small, so the Link will respond to the following actions. And I spelled it wrong again. Wow. Okay. If the Link gets 3 Hare in a round, they reproduce. So there's 3 Hare, and the Link lands on them. Boom. They reproduce. So you get an extra Link. If they only get 1 to 2 Hare, like there's 2 or there's 1, nothing changes. They survive, but they don't have enough food to reproduce. And if the Link get no Hare, well, poor old Linky goes the way of the dodo and dies off. And there he goes, disappears. The Hare have an unlimited food source, so there's more than enough food for them there. So any Hare that doesn't get eaten in a round doubles, so the Hare times 2. So we have 1 Hare there, and they breed like rabbits and become 2. There we go. How to play the game. Another one. So we count at the end of the drops, calculate the number of Link and Hare after the interaction. Then we put the Hare on the board and we spread them out. If 2 Link land on 1 Hare, the first Link wins the drop. So like that. He's already eaten that Hare, so if the second one comes in on him, doesn't matter. That one dies off. Now, the question is how many Hare can there be? What might limit the number of Hare that can live in a field? So normally we would ask you this question, but since it's just Miss Engelhardt and myself, let's see if her and I can come up with a few reasons. So maybe she'll give one reason, I'll give one reason, we'll bounce back and forth and see how many we can come up with. I'm going to go with there's not enough homes.
Not enough food.
I'm going to say if you have too many Hare, you get disease. They spread disease too much.
You have too many Hare, it makes it really easy for the Lynx to catch them because they can't run away.
I'm going to go with there's not enough water sources. I don't know. Is that a good list? I think so. Those are 4 strong reasons. Yeah, there's 4 strong reasons. So population limit, so the habitat, food, water sources, disease. Okay, there we go. So we got the main ones. Awesome. So that's going to make it so that you can't have, like in the last round, we got up to like some huge numbers of like 40, 50, I think 40, 38, something like that. Huge amount of Hare, which that's not really realistic, is it?
Nope.
Maybe the Hare fight, think about it. Too many people in your house, they just start fighting all the time. They hate each other. Animals fight just like we do. They get territorial, right? So in this model, we're going to set a limit of 20 Hare. So this board and its size, we've done some calculations, meaning I've waved my magic wand, and we've said the limit is going to be 20 Hare. And we're going to see what this one little change does to the whole simulation. If you have more than 10 Hare at the end of a round, you double them. If there's more than 10 Hare, you can only add until you hit 20. And in fact, as you see, when that happens, we'll explain what actually is going on. And there we go. So round 1, just like before, we have the 3 Hare drop, and this poor Link missed. Swing and a miss. Okay, so I think at this point we can just kind of fast forward until we see something interesting happens. So we're just playing the game. They double, Link goes away. Next round, those 6 Hare drop. This Link survives, doubles, and we got 8. So our numbers are going up nice and slow like they were before, still maintaining just that 1 Link. Now we got to be careful because, look, we're already up to 12 Hare. It drops. After the drop, well, it's going to double to 18. See, that's still below our 20 numbers, so we're okay to just double. And the Link had a nice good meal, so it's going to double. Okay, so now in this round, we're going to drop our 2. So this is round 5. We're going to drop our 2 Link. And look, they both score a nice, juicy meal. Okay? Lots of Hare around, pretty easy to go hunting. But here's the thing, we had 12 Hare left. They doubled to 24, but remember, we can only have 20 on the board. So we put 8 on, and that means the other 4 immigrate out. It's not that they don't reproduce, it's not that those 12 Hare don't, go off and make little baby Hares, it's just there's no more space. So 4 of them are like, oh, I guess we gotta leave now, get out. and they go to an adjacent forest, or they go and try to find somewhere else to go to. Don't know where. Maybe they're successful, maybe they're not. All right. And then they just double the floor. And I should mention, the only restriction on the link here is its food source. Okay. So again, we just keep playing, and what you see is, again, this time we have 11 left. They double to 22, but 2 emigrate out, and we're left with 20, and there's our double. We had 1 link double, 3 survive, so now we're up to 5 link. And again, we keep going hunting. We have 10 hare left this time, and now we're up to 6 link, because we had 1 that doubled, 5 that survived. So it's pretty easy for the link to find a meal, but it's a bit challenging for them to actually find 3 in the same spot. And okay, so now we're up to 6 link. Okay, so let's see what happens as the number get a bit higher. Oh, looks like there's a lot of hare that died off there. So now we only have 9 hare left. So we're free to just double back to 18. Because remember, we can't hit 20. And what happens to the link here? Let's see. Survives. They all survive. But again, the hare is spread out enough that it's hard for them to capture 3. And there we go. Okay, so, oh, look at this guy. See, there's a lot of hare left, so he isn't able to find a meal. So maybe there's too many link now, so they might start dying off. And there we go. So we have 8, which is only going to double to 16, and we only have 5 link, because 5 of them survive and 1 die off. Okay, so now we have slightly less link. Let's see what happens to the hare. And after the drop, we have 9, so we're back up to 18, and it just continues 5. Okay, so these numbers seem to be kind of staying in a fairly consistent, numbers. So Ms. Angar, I know we just taught the lesson about population. What do we call it again?
That's the carrying capacity.
Yeah, so it's a carrying capacity, and since both populations are kind of staying in the same sort of number, we would call that an equilibrium, right? So it seems that the hare and the link have found a way to make it so that they're both going to kind of stay around. So here again, I mean, the hare number gets a little bit big. We even have like a link die off, but that's okay. 1 can double up, and so even though we have 5 links still, it's not because we have the same link. 1 died, but 1 doubled, right? That's kind of what happens.
And last week we had the huge ups and downs, which was the dynamic equilibrium, whereas this one there's no huge up and downs, so that's why it's just an equilibrium.
Yeah, and all we changed was what? Just the number of hare. We kept the hare number low, and they haven't, died yet. We haven't murdered all the hare. So that's kind of the simulation, and you could run this for many more rounds, which you're going to be guessing at that, so I'm not going to tell you what would happen. But you could just keep going, and I've given you the data for a few more rounds here at the bottom. So I actually ran it to 13. I just didn't feel like making the animations for it, to be honest. And there's your data for your first 13 rounds, including round 0, which we don't actually put on the graph because it's prescribed, right? We give you what it is. And that's it. So we made 1 little change. We now have a beautiful different set of data. And yeah, now that's what you got to go and use for your graphing activity. Anything else we think we need to add in here?
Nope. I think that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Okay, now you will notice though that we only talked about limiting factors on the hare. We didn't really talk about it on the link, so keep that in mind as you're going through the work. Well, good luck. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.